Right. I'll be waiting for you guys. I'll be waiting for you guys. Welcome to Man United Elder TV. I want to say welcome all of you guys who are joining the TV. Thank you guys for your support. Thank you for everything that you've done for the channel. It is I'm so grateful. I'll say this clearly. I'll say this clearly. I am so grateful for your support. So grateful for your. I'm so grateful for your support. I'm so grateful for everything that you guys are actually doing. For this channel. Good. I'm going to say very very big thank you. So what I've come here to discuss actually, I've come here to talk about Ruben Amorim. You know. Manchester United is not looking good right now. A lot of things are not going well at the club, and but I believe that this is not a time to say Ruben Amorim out. After the loss against Everton, I've seen a lot of people clamoring about Ruben Amorim out, and I think that that's actually a flaw for me. Manchester United fans should always understand that we cannot always be Ruben Amorim out. We cannot always be Ruben Amorim out. I'll be back here. Okay, now let me set this thing to be proper. All right, let's do it this way. Manchester United fans, you got to know this, that we cannot always, as Manchester United fans, we cannot always be Ruben Amorim out, right? I want you all to understand that we cannot always be Ruben Amorim out, because where we are now, we are in a phase, right? We are in a phase, and it is not everything that happens that we are going to say Ruben Amorim out. It's not everything that happens we come outside to say, oh, Ruben Amorim out, get the manager off my club. There is something I heard today. I was reading up some things, and there is something I saw today. They say that actually these guys were saying that Manchester United, Liverpool is looking at sacking Arne Slot. That was what they said today. Liverpool is looking at sacking Arne Slot. And a lot of Manchester United fans have come out to say, if Liverpool is looking at sacking Arne Slot, why is Manchester United not considering sacking Ruben Amorim? And, actually, it makes me laugh. That's a very, very funny question. And I will tell you why. Why it's actually very funny. When you look at Ruben Amorim's situation at Manchester United and look at Arne Slot's situation at Liverpool, you will know that these are two different things entirely. Manchester United with Ruben Amorim is a different case entirely to Ruben Amorim. With Arne Slot and Liverpool. I'm going to clear you. Arne Slot came into Liverpool after Liverpool and Jurgen Klopp have built that team. The team was built very well under the guises and guide of Jurgen Klopp. That's the Liverpool team. Thank you guys for joining. Thank you all of you for joining. I appreciate you your time here. Kindly give this live a thumbs up. Yes, you can give this live a thumbs up, and also click on the notification button. Click on the subscribe button if you are seeing me for the first time. It is all about Manchester United here. So let me continue what I was saying here. Welcome, guys. Please give this live a thumbs up. It helps us get a lot more audience. It helps us get a lot more people. But then I want you to give me your listening ears. I want to analyze something to you here clearly so that you get the point. Thank you guys for joining. I appreciate all of you guys. Now let me talk about Arne Slot and Liverpool. Arne Slot came to Liverpool at a time where Liverpool actually was doing great. Then Jurgen Klopp has built that team to dominate English football and also in Europe. They were playing good football. Jurgen Klopp took his time to build that team, bringing in all of these teams together. It was actually a good thing. Welcome, guys. I appreciate you. I see all of you. Welcome. Thank you so much. Please give the live a thumbs up. Give the live a thumbs up so that we can reach a lot more people. And also click on the notification button if you're seeing me for the first time. It's all about Manchester United right now. So when Arne Slot came into the team, and his slot with a team that Jurgen Klopp has built, and his slot went ahead, to win the league with that team, right? And so that actually clears the fact that Liverpool, he met a talented Liverpool team. He met a formidable and a crisp Liverpool team. Unlike Ruben Amorim, who met a Manchester United team that was going down the drain. You cannot compare the both of them at all. Now, if fans are coming out to say, oh, Liverpool are considering sacking Arne Slot, why is Manchester United not sacking Ruben Amorim? I want to let you know that these are two different things. Arne Slot met a talented team and won the league with them. After winning the league with the Liverpool team, what did he do next? He let Luis Diaz go. He let Darwin Núñez go. This guy left the team. Trent Alexander-Arnold left the team, and what is it called? And his slot went ahead to buy players. You get? He went ahead to buy players, and his slot went ahead to buy players. What did he buy? He bought Ekitike. He bought Florian Wirtz, who was rumored to be the best number 10 at the time. He also bought Isak. You know, he brought in Kekes. He brought in quite a number of players into the Liverpool team. He brought in all of these players into the Liverpool team, and immediately he brought them into the Liverpool team. They did not perform. They were not performing. What's his name? What's this guy's name? Florian Wirtz is yet to pick up, to perform. Isak is not looking like the Isak at Newcastle. Ekitike has been one of them who has shown working. But at the end of the day, Ekitike is not a regular. He's not performing regularly. He's not even playing regularly. Now, this is a problem. You buy a player for 150 million and you want to play him game in, game out because of the amount you have spent on him, leaving a player on the bench that actually deserves to that is performing actually, right? It is now Liverpool looks like a team in dilemma. You cannot use that to actually look at a quantified Ruben Amorim at Manchester United. Now I'm going to tell you clearly. A lot of people are asking questions about Ruben Amorim. They ask questions like, what is Ruben or what improvement have Ruben Amorim brought to the club? What has Ruben Amorim given to Manchester United? And I'll tell you clearly that when Ruben Amorim came to Manchester United, we had a club that lacked discipline. We had a number of players who were not disciplined and who were not ready to play for the badge. I would reference you. Cristiano Ronaldo said it. Cristiano Ronaldo said it that at Manchester United, there are players who do not deserve to wear that shirt. There are players who do not understand what it means to play for Manchester United. There are players who do not understand what it means to have this badge on their chest. Cristiano Ronaldo said it. And to second it, Jason Wilcox has come out to say that for Manchester United to go into the market to buy players, then Manchester United have to buy players with the right mentality. It is not just about what would they call it? It is not about your talent. It is not just about knowing how to play football, but the mentality. If you go back to the times of Alex Ferguson, you will see that there were many games we would have lost if not the mentality, if not for the mentality of the players. The mentality of the players actually was a major reason why Alex Ferguson won loads and loads of titles in England. And this is what Jason Wilcox has come out to say. It is important to sign players with the right mental attitude, not just any player. People talk about Ruben Amorim not playing Joshua Zexi, and they talk about Ruben Amorim not playing Kobe Mainu. And sometimes it is baffling. Yeah, it is baffling. You think about it, what is going on? That this guy does not want to play Kobe Mainu. In the end of the day, I will ask you a very honest question. Tell me what you think, right? Do you think that Kobe Mainu will walk into any of the first EPL teams and be the main player for them? Do you think that Kobe Mainu will be the main player, a main midfielder for Man City, for Chelsea, for Arsenal? Do you think that Kobe Mainu can rival Declan Rice? Do you think that Kobe Mainu can rival Caicedo? Do you think that? Do you think so? So these are very, very clear. You have to understand all of these things. Do you think that Joshua Zirkzee can be the main striker for Manchester United? Do you think that he can even play the 10? Do you think that he has that mentality to spearhead Manchester United into winning titles? This player, now let us look at it categorically. These players do not have the mentality to play for Manchester United. The talent is not even there. They are not good enough to play for Manchester United. Talk less of the mentality. Now let me tell you something. Let me take you into another angle. Listen, this manager has come into Manchester United, and in his first full transfer window, he signed Mbeumo and he signed Matheus Cunha. He signed Mbeumo and Matheus Cunha, and he brought them to the club. Then he signed Benjamin Sesko and Sani Lamens. And tell me, if you are a Manchester United fan actually following the club, do you think that you will not trust Ruben Amorim following these displays we've seen with Benjamin Sesko, following the displays we've seen with Matheus Cunha and Bryan Mbeumo? They have actually come into the club, and they have shown that they are instant hits. They have shown that they are instant hits. And this is why it is very important that you have to support the manager, because the manager have shown signs. First of all, when he came into the club, he had to take away the indiscipline at the club. The club was filled with players without discipline. He had to take away the discipline. Those doubting Amorim, please look at Slot right now. I'm coming to that, bro. I'm coming to that. Let's take it one after the other. Now, let us look at, first of all, the indiscipline at the club. He first of all had to fight that. He first of all had to get them off. People who do not know what it means to play for Manchester United, people who do not know what it means to adorn the shirt of Manchester United, he first of all had the responsibility to identify them and look for ways to get them off the team. That was very important, because no matter how good you are as a manager, if you do not have the players talented enough and willing enough to interpret your instructions on the field, you will never be termed a good coach. Yes, you will never be termed a good coach. No matter how good you are as a manager, if your players cannot interpret your ideas on the field, you are nowhere good. And people who are talking about changing formation, he should be able to change his formation. He should be able to do this. Let me tell you something. Erik ten Hag has played every formation I can think of. Erik ten Hag has played every formation I can think of. You talk about adaptability. Let me give you a school here. Adaptability has to do with players who are ready to play. That is where a coach can easily adapt to a game. Adaptability, that you have to understand the strengths and weaknesses of your players. You have to know the mentality of your players, and that is how you are able to adapt to a game. You cannot just you see a player not playing in the wing position, not even playing properly, and you want to adapt, you want to make him run like a player where they complain, say where they play safe, then you want to take him and play the wing back position. There will be a problem. That is, your players have to be ready to adapt before. Your player have to be ready to adapt. When people talk about adaptability, somebody talked about the Ruben Amorim should be responsible for what he tells the players. Listen, a player already has ginger in him. All the coach needs to do is to bring out the ginger in the player. Any player that does not have that ginger, you cannot bring it out. You cannot turn a snail to a lion. There is no way you can do it, because these players are not there. Mentally, they are not there. They are not willing, they are not ready, they are not giving. Mentally, they are not there. So no matter how you want to turn it around, you cannot do it with these players. And that is the problem Ruben Amorim has. And that is why this live is tagged Ruben Amorim in danger, because he is in danger. He has mediocre players. Let us look at it. Now you have to now trust the manager. When I tell you that you have to trust the manager, this is what I mean. First of all, he came into the club. He has changed the face of the club. He has changed the communication between the players. The players are more accountable to each other now. They look out for each other better, right? And now he's instilling that discipline as a team. You have to be in certain shape. You have to be in certain forms for you to be able to play for Manchester United. You have to be in this shape. You have to be in this form. And that will take it away. Now, let us come to the players that he has signed. He signed Mbeumo, he signed Cunha, he signed Šeško, he signed Lamens. And all of these players are proving to be instant hits. And that is where you have to now trust him the more. Because if Mbeumo has come to Manchester United and is performing the way he's performing, we are seeing Cunha perform the way he's performing, we are seeing Benjamin Šeško growing gradually, and we see the level of solidity Sani Lamens brought to the defense. You have to trust the manager, you have to trust the board right now. This is it's not difficult to see. Listen, there's been a damage at the club. For over 10-15 years, there's been a damage at the club. The Glazers damaged this club. Ed Woodward assisted in damaging the club. I'll tell you, Jurgen Klopp talked about it. Jurgen Klopp talked about it. Listen, let me tell you something. Let me give you something. He say, "Can I give a shout out to the channel? I'm MOD of a United channel." Thank you so much. Thank you. Yes, you can, bro. You can actually go ahead. I appreciate that. Whatever you need to do it, please let me know. Thank you so much. Now, I have to tell you this. He signed players, and these players are actually giving the best. Liverpool fans, Slot has to go. Doesn't look good. You're playing better than us at the moment. Listen, I will come to Slot and Liverpool. For now, I just want to talk about what Ruben Amorim is doing better at Manchester United. And this is why I think that a lot of Manchester United fans should be keen, should be ready to support the manager. Because what I've seen so far, Manchester United under Erik ten Hag were not playing with a pattern. Erik ten Hag was listening to everybody. Erik ten Hag was playing different patterns of football. Different pattern of football. Today he will play 4-4-2. Tomorrow he plays 4-3-5-2. The next day he plays three man at the back. But this is a manager that has come in to tell you, this is the style of football I know how to play. This is how I'm going to play it. He's used it in Portugal. It's worked out for him. He is in England. He's trying to make sure, first of all, he gets the players that are willing to play. It is very important. He gets the players that are willing to play for Manchester United. If you check last summer transfer window, before Manchester United would put in a bid for a player, the player must have agreed. The player must have told the club that I want to play for Manchester United. So you have to do business with Manchester United. It was not like we were begging the player. Remember Newcastle. Newcastle was giving everything to Benjamin Šeško. But Manchester United already convinced Benjamin Šeško. He has chosen Manchester United already. So no matter what Newcastle did, Benjamin Šeško already gave his word to the Manchester United. That is what I mean. That is what it means to buy players with the right mentality. They choose to play for Manchester United. They know what it means. They want to wear the badge. And they want to fight for the club. It is a different ball game with Arne Slot at Liverpool. So if Liverpool are looking at sacking Arne Slot, it is because Arne Slot has let them down. It is not because Arne Slot is building the Liverpool team. It's a different case entirely. Ruben Amorim is here trying to build the team. I want to say thank you to everybody who has joined this live. Thank you so much for joining the live. Please give the live a thumbs up. You can give the live a thumbs up. If you are seeing my face for the first time, kindly click on the subscription button, click on the notification button. It's all about Manchester United. So guys, I'm talking about Ruben. A lot of Manchester United fans are claiming that if Arne Slot, the Liverpool board is thinking of sacking Arne Slot, then Manchester United should have gotten rid of Ruben Amorim by now. And I said that is a problem. That is not the problem at Manchester United. That is a problem of fans thinking that they know better than the board. The board is in sync. Now let me tell you this. Sir Jim Ratcliffe came out to say. Sir Jim Ratcliffe came out to say that he's backing Ruben Amorim, right? He came out to say it, and that he's giving Ruben Amorim 3 years to prove that he's a top coach. Do you know what happened? Do you know what happened? After Sir Jim Ratcliffe made that statement, I'm going to tell you clearly that Ruben Amorim has lost only one game in six. 1 in 6. He's won 3, he's drawn 2, and he lost just 1 to Everton. And you don't have to come at Ruben Amorim. Well, all of these guys talking about sacking Ruben Amorim right now. Where were you when Ruben Amorim won the Manager of the Month? Where were you guys? He won the manager of the month. Where were you guys? He won 3 out of 3. He beat Liverpool at Anfield. Where were you guys? Nobody talked about the formation. Nobody talked about sacking Ruben Amorim. And he lost to Everton because he lost to 10-man Everton. All of a sudden, everybody is out there talking about sacking Ruben Amorim. It is actually abysmal. I think that the Manchester United fans needs to do better. He says Scott is Wayne lost contact of the JB channel. That's why I haven't been on. All right. Not good. Miss the channel. Yes, Wayne lad. How's it going? All right, guys. If you want to give a shout out, if you can share this live, you can share this place. You can actually give a shout out to the channel. Let us support this. This is Manchester United. My name is Elder, and it is Manchester United fan base and fan channel. So, guys, let us look at it now. Ruben Amorim won the manager of the month last month, on October. Nobody came out to talk about sacking Ruben Amorim or talking about the formation or the system or the style he's playing. Nobody talked about it. Everybody kept quiet. Everybody kept quiet. And now he loses one game to Everton, and everybody, all hell is let loose, and everybody is talking about how Ruben Amorim is a stubborn person. He's stubborn with his tactics and all of that. But this guy was winning games. This guy actually beat Brighton blue-black. This guy won at Anfield. He beat Liverpool. This guy drew with Tottenham. We could see that the games Ruben Amorim drew were games open for him to win. It has to do with the players. This has nothing to do with the manager. The players are not giving 100%. And this is why Jason Wickers has said it, that he is going to. Manchester United will not just be signing any player. We are signing players with the right mentality, with the right mental attitude. When the other channel goes live, I will give you the channel a shout out, mate. All right, thank you so much. So, guys, it is very, very important that we all understand this. It is very, very important. Ruben Amorim might not be the best manager in the world, but he's obviously doing a lot of things right at Manchester United. And this is what we have to understand. This is what we have to take home. He's doing loads and loads of things right at Manchester United. And this is why I think that a lot of Manchester United fans should be supporting the manager. Thank you guys for joining. You can send in super chats. You can send in super stickers. You can support the channel. You can send in super chats. You can send in super stickers. You can also send in anything you want to send in. It is actually to support this channel. Thank you so much for everybody who is streaming live right now. You can give this channel a thumbs up. Yeah, give it a thumbs up. Give the live a thumbs up. Thank you so much. And also you can also click on the subscribe button. Catch me anytime that I come on here live. Can you not search it on here, brother? Can you know? All right. So, guys, see now. Let us talk about Jurgen Klopp, Liverpool, and why you cannot compare the problem at Anfield to the problem at Manchester United. These are two different things. I'll tell you clearly that Arne Slot came to Liverpool and he inherited a very formidable team, a team that was willing and able to dominate Europe and England at the same time. Yes, that was a team that Arne Slot met. Arne Slot met Luis Diaz at the club. He met Darwin Núñez at the club. He met Cody Gakpo at the club. He met Mo Salah at the club. Ryan Gravenberch, McAllister, Szoboszlai. He met Andy Robertson, Virgil van Dijk, Konate. He met loads and loads of super players at the club. At the end of the day, what did he do? He won the league with these players. That is enough to let you know that he met a very good team. He met a very good team at the club, right? And then after winning the league, he goes ahead to spend £500 million. That is above any other manager in the league this summer window. That was above any other. And he went ahead to spend that amount of money only for him to lose 6 of 12 games. Abysmal, not acceptable. For a club that won the league last season, it is not acceptable. It is not. You cannot spend that amount of money. You are not rebuilding the team. All you needed was to actually beef up the team in different areas. You were not rebuilding the team. I didn't see a need why Liverpool will go for Isak for 150 million after they've gotten a Ekitike. What was that? What was the buy for? What was the buy for? And at the end of the day, you got in these players and they are not performing just yet. They are not performing just yet, and that is a problem for Liverpool. And now, if the Liverpool board is thinking of sacking Arne Slot, they are right to think like that, because they spent loads and loads of millions in the summer transfer window. So they expect very good results. They expect consolidation on what they did last season. They are supposed to consolidate on what they did last season going forward. Now, it is not like Liverpool is losing in the Premier League alone. They are losing also in the Champions League. They are gifting away points in the Champions League and in the Premier League. And it causes for alarm. There is something fundamentally wrong at Liverpool, and this is where the board has to step up and step in. You think Arsenal is the best right now? I think Arsenal, listen, Arsenal has been like this for many years, but this year they look a little bit more different, and they look a little bit more of quality and depth. So right now I'm looking at Arsenal like the favorites to win both the Champions League and the Premier League right now, because they are looking good. Chelsea is by the corner. I think that Chelsea are also looking as like a team that is growing into the league proper. They are growing into it. They are beginning to have that stability. And Estevao has been wonderful for Chelsea. I'm going to give it up for Estevao. He's been wonderful for Chelsea. He's been in scintillating form, and I think that he's driving Chelsea very well. So let us go back to Manchester United. I want to just make sure you guys understand everything I'm trying to say. Now, look at Ruben Amorim. Why you have to believe in him? The boys Ruben Amorim sent out of Manchester United. Tell me, how many of them are performing? Remember, Scott McTominay went away from Manchester United to Napoli, and he scored 2 goals, and he began to write a lot of things on the internet, and he began to write all manner of things on the internet. Tell me, how many goals has he scored after then? That's the question. Because this is the same Scott McTominay that was at Manchester United. He scored a few goals in his first season. He got 10 goals, and I thought that, okay, you know what? That is fair enough. We can support this guy. I did not support Scott McTominay being sold out of my. Sorry, I said Scott McTominay. No, I'm talking about Rasmus Højlund. Sorry, Rasmus Højlund. You think Arsenal, we are in a worse position now than Manchester United? The tables have turned. I'm coming to Liverpool very soon. Now, let us talk about Rasmus Højlund. I was not in support for Rasmus Højlund leaving Manchester United. But Rasmus left Manchester United to Napoli, and all of a sudden, he scores 2 goals, and everywhere is being lit up. He starts tweeting. He starts tweeting on the internet. He starts writing, 2 can play the game, this and this and that. And now, how many games has he played? No goal. How many games has he played? No goal. And he's no longer tweeting. He's no longer writing. I'm telling you, let us talk about the players that left Manchester United. Sancho is nowhere to be found. Yes, Alejandro Garnacho is not that player we expected him to be at Chelsea. He's not the player. Alejandro Garnacho is best a squad player at Chelsea right now. Anthony Dos Santos is performing at Real Betis, but I think that is his level. I don't see Anthony Dos Santos making it in the Arsenal team. I don't see him making it in the Manchester City team. I don't even see him making it in the Real Madrid team or in a Barcelona team. I don't see him. I think he's found his level at Real Betis, and he's doing well there, and kudos to him. Marcus Rashford, I think he's working extra hard at Barcelona right now, and he's getting the plaudits. But then we've seen this Marcus Rashford at Manchester United a lot of times, right? So what I'm going to say clearly to you right now is this: is that Manchester United under Ruben Amorim looks like a team that knows what they are doing. They know what they are doing. The manager is well aware of what he's doing. The board understands that the manager does not have the quality of players that he needs to execute his football style. He is trying his best to get the win and to win games. He is adapting, right? He is adapting. It is very clear. The manager is adapting. The boys that he has sent out of this club has not in any way shown that they are out of the world, except Scott McTominay. And Ruben Amorim did not sell Scott McTominay. Eric Ten Hag did. And Eric Ten Hag sold Scott McTominay just to bring in Ugarte, who is nowhere near good at Manchester United. Ugarte does not have the quality to play as a Manchester United player in England. He does not have the quality. And this is what Ruben Amorim told him a few days ago. The news is out there. Ruben Amorim made it clear to him, you have dropped. You don't have the same level and quality you had when you were at Sporting. And that is very clear. We see him every time Casemiro is substituted and Ugarte comes in. The level of play, the quality in play drops drastically, and that shows every time. And this is the reason why you don't have to doubt the manager when the manager says that a player is not ready to play. You do not have to doubt the manager. You do not have to doubt the manager. If the manager says to you that a player is not ready to play, that player is not ready to play. Thank you everybody for joining. Thank you guys for joining. Please click on the subscribe button. Click on the notification button if you're seeing my face for the first time. This is a Manchester United fan channel. We'll discuss everything about Manchester United here. So kindly you can send in your super chats to support the channel. You can send in super stickers to support the channel. You can also, give a shout out to the channel to make it to allow us get a lot more audience. Please give this live a thumbs up, and then you can share the live to friends and family. We are discussing Manchester United so far in the season. Yeah, Hala Madrid. Yeah. Actually, I thought that Kylian Mbappe is doing exceptionally well at Real Madrid. He scored 4 goals yesterday. Kudos to Kylian Mbappe. Now, if you look at Arne Slot at Liverpool, Arne Slot has put Liverpool in a in a worse situation. Manchester United right now is playing better than Liverpool. Manchester United right now has a better game plan than Liverpool. We are looking a more threatening team. Manchester United against Everton created chances. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer came out the other day to say that Ruben Amorim's system will only work when the opponent has more of the ball and we are to defend and hit on the counter. And I said that is a lie. That is blatant lie. That is blatant lie, because watch Manchester United against Everton. We created chances. Manchester United had 4 big chances created against Everton. Bruno Fernandes spawned 1. Joshua Zirkzee spawned 2. We had 4 big chances created against Everton. We would have gotten a goal, and we would have gone on to win that game if we actually took our chances. And this is why we miss Matheus Cunha and Benjamin Sesko, because in those positions, one of them maybe would have gotten a goal. Yes. But it was Joshua Zirkzee who do not even know. Somebody says that because Joshua Zirkzee does not have playing time, and that is why he was not able to score those goals. And I say it's a lie. Joshua Zirkzee is 24 years old. He's a young man. He should be seizing every opportunity that comes his way. He's not 31. He's not 33. He's not 35. He's not Bruno Fernandes or Casemiro, who are limited in what they can do. No, you are 24. You are vibrant. You are supposed to be sharp. You are supposed to be sharp. You are looking at grabbing an opportunity. The main striker is injured. You are coming in as a second striker. You should be looking at grabbing the opportunity. You should be looking at getting a goal, not heading the ball to the goalkeeper, not playing all of the stylish football you're playing. No, it is about getting the ball in the back of the net. You don't have to. The manager does not need to hype your mentality. You have to hype yourself. Because if you want to play for one of the biggest clubs in the world, you have to be one of the biggest players or biggest players in your position. You have to show that you have the ability to take the bull by the horn. You have to show that you have the ability to take the bull by the horn. You don't have to be lackluster. As a Manchester United player, you have to be focused at every time. Now, let us look at this. A lot of people who say that Manchester United, Ruben Amorim is not performing. Now, let us take away the players he signed this season. He signed Sani Lamens, he signed Benjamin Sesko, he signed Matheus Cunha and Mbeumo. Take away those players. Then let us bring out the players that are performing this season. Casemiro and Ahmad. Bring out Casemiro and Ahmad. Then Bruno Fernandes is an elite player. We already know. Take out Bruno Fernandes. Our best defender this season has been Matthias de Ligt. Bring out Matthias de Ligt now. All of these players, how many of them? Let me count it. Mbeumo 1, Matheus Cunha 2, Benjamin Sesko 3, Sani Lamens 4, Casemiro 5, Ahmad 6, Bruno Fernandes 7. 7 man cannot make a team. 7 man cannot make a team. Now we have just 7 players whom I think are good enough to play in a champion in a champion setup. Like Arsenal. Now, out of what is supposed to be a 25-man team or a 23-man team, we have just 7 players who are good enough. Mainu, not good enough. Zexi, not good enough. Heaven, who do we have? We have Shelesi, we have Chidobe Martins, we have Sekukoni. Are all these players good enough to win you titles? No way. You cannot say it. What are we talking about? We are supposed to be pushing the board to actually back the manager. Not to be talking about what the manager has improved. The manager has improved our playing style. We look a better team. We look different. When we go on the counter, when we go on the attack, we look different. Go and check out the Everton game. They sat back against us, but we created chances that we were supposed to even score. We had chances that we were supposed to score. We had chances we were supposed to score. We spawned the chances. If we scored any of those chances, the game will turn around. Thank you guys. I'm seeing everybody that is joining. Please click on the subscribe button, click on the notification button. You can give this live a thumbs up. I actually appreciate your presence here. Let us talk. I just want you guys to have a proper understanding of how it's working out at Manchester United. Ruben Amorim is turning the club around. It is going to take time. Thank you for joining, guys. Please, if you're seeing me for the first time, click on the notification button, click on the subscribe button. It's all about Manchester United. Though we discuss every other club here, but Manchester United is our main focus. This is Man United Elder TV. Please click on the subscribe button, click on the notification button. I want your engagements. Thank you so very much. You can also send in your super chat, send in super stickers. We are here every time to give you exactly what is going on at Manchester United. Now, the board has come out to tell you that they are supporting Ruben Amorim. Sir Jim Ratcliffe came out to say that he is supporting Ruben Amorim. He's giving Ruben Amorim the backing, right? And that is impressive. But what does it mean to actually support a manager? It is about getting him the players that are needed in the club. We are talking about Elliot Anderson. We are talking about Elliot Anderson. We are talking about Carlos Baleba. We are talking about Adam Watson. We are talking about Angelo Stiller. We are talking about different players coming into Manchester United. The latest is what's it called? João Gomez. The Wolverhampton Wanderers defensive midfielder. Manchester United is looking at probably if they can get the player in the January transfer window. And this is the only way that you can guarantee me as a Manchester United fan that you are backing the manager, not by saying it with your mouth, not by granting interview. You are not backing the manager just by granting interview, though that is not backing the manager. You have to go into the market and get the players that the manager wants. It is very important that you back the manager by getting him players in the position where the manager is lacking. Look at the midfield position. Look at the Manchester United midfield. Do you know that in as much as Casemiro looks like the better player at Manchester United, he is limited. Casemiro has the limits of what he can do. He does not have the mobility. The game is faster than Casemiro. Casemiro is only playing in the Manchester United central midfield because he is very experienced. He is very experienced, and that is why he is succeeding. If we get a better CDM that is more mobile, more athletic, and has the ability to win tackles, Casemiro will be coming in from the bench. And that would give Manchester United quality. Yes. Imagine having someone like Elliot Anderson playing the central midfield for Manchester United and Casemiro coming from the bench. You know that gives Manchester United quality. But not a situation where Casemiro comes off and they bring in Ugarte and Manchester United concedes 2 goals in 2 minutes. That is to let you that Ruben Amorim is suffering at Manchester United and the board has to back him. It is nothing short of that. The board has to back Ruben Amorim. This is very, very clear. We cannot always fault the manager. The manager has a lot of things to do. The manager has the match to prepare. The manager has the boys to train. The manager has the tactical analysis to bring. Now the players have to build up their mentality. It is very, very clean. It is no rocket science. It is no rocket science. Look at what the Arsenal team. Look at how glued they are. Look at how much they believe in themselves. This is because they have leaders in that team. Look at Gabriel Magalhaes. They have leaders in that team. Look at the goalkeeper, Martin Odegaard. They have Trossard. They have leaders in that team that can tell them that we are going to do this, we are going to perform. The manager cannot be doing everything. The manager would not prepare the tactical analysis, prepare the boys, prepare everything, and still get into the field to play. The manager did not tell the boys to lose their chances. The manager did not tell the boys to spawn the chances. If you want to tell me that a formation is not good, if you want to actually tell me that the formation is not good, you show me how it is not good. Because I can show you clearly that we created chances. That I can tell you that we created chances against Everton. We created four big chances against Everton. So you want to tell me it is his manager's fault that they did not take the chances? It is the manager's fault that Mbeumo did not score. It is the manager's fault that Zexi did not score. It is the manager's fault that Bruno Fernandes did not score. How are you blaming that on the manager? The manager has set up the tactics. We are to create chances. Everton sat back and we created chances against Everton. And they did not score. And you want to blame the manager. You did not blame the manager when we beat Sunderland. You did not blame the manager when we beat Liverpool. You did not blame the manager when we beat Burnley. But you want to blame the manager because we lost to Everton? Then you want to blame the manager, meaning that you have an agenda against the manager. Because clearly you kept quiet when the manager was winning. You kept quiet. You didn't want to talk about it. Now the manager loses one game and you lots are everywhere talking about how the manager is not good enough. I was watching Bet on United Stand. Asking a very, very funny question, saying, should we continue to fund Ruben Amorim's system of play? He's a very stubborn manager who does not want to adapt to the Premier League and all of that. And I'm like, where were you, Bet? Where were you when Manchester United were beating teams? Where were you when Ruben Amorim won the manager of the month? Where were you? All of a sudden, everybody agreed that Ruben Amorim has changed his style of play. Everybody agreed that Ruben Amorim has changed his pattern and his approach to matches. And he loses one game, then everybody comes back to say Ruben Amorim is a stubborn man. He does not want to change his tactics. Who does that? Who actually does that? Thank you, guys. I appreciate everybody who is joining. Thank you. Please click on the subscribe button when you see me. If you're seeing me for the first time, click on the subscribe button. Click on the notification button. We are here to discuss Manchester United at every given time. Rebecca Parker, welcome. Rebecca Parker, welcome. You are Everton fan. Yeah. How is it with Liverpool? You guys are sitting on top of Liverpool right now. How does that feel? How does that feel? You're sitting on top of Liverpool right now. How does that feel, Rebecca Parker? So now you cannot compare the situation at Manchester United with the situation at Liverpool. They are two different. They are two different situations, right? How many years? Look at Arsenal. Arsenal is playing really good football right now. How many years did it take Arteta to actually get Arsenal to this point? How many years? It's not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, but 6 years. Now let me say this to you clearly. Had it been that the board had listened to the board had listened to the fans and sacked Mikel Arteta at the time the fans were saying sack Mikel Arteta, the second season of Mikel Arteta, the fans were everywhere. Arsenal fans were everywhere about how Mikel Arteta was not good enough. They should sack him. But the board stayed with him, and look at where they are now. Look at where they are now. They are playing very good football. They look like the best team around, the best team in the world right now. Arsenal. They are playing. When you want to watch Arsenal, you are guaranteed of a good football. You are guaranteed of goals, and you are guaranteed of scintillating play. And this is what Ruben Amorim is trying to build with Manchester United. So you guys have to. Manchester United fans needs to calm down. It is very important that you guys calm down. This is not about saving your season. Our season is not in danger. Manchester United season is not in danger. We've lost to Arsenal. We've lost to Man City. We've lost to Brentford. And we lost to Everton. It is 4 games we've lost in 12 matches. And in those, we've drawn with Fulham. We've drawn with Tottenham. We've drawn with Nottingham Forest. And we've won 4, I think. Angry here, United fan. Amorim needs time. United is doing an open heart surgery. Clearly, you can see what is going on at Manchester United. You can see what is going on at Manchester United. The problem caused at Manchester United by Glazers and Ed Woodward will not take one summer window to solve. It won't take one summer window to turn it around. It is going to take a little time. And listen, Manchester United will go on a run of wins. They will win some, they will lose some. That is the characteristics of a team that is under rebuild. They will win some to show you that there are progress. We are making progress in the rebuilding. They will lose some to also let you know that they are not perfect yet, but they are getting there. So I just need you guys to understand it perfectly that Ruben Amorim so far cannot be considered a bad coach. You cannot consider him right now a bad coach because he is not failed yet. He's not failed yet. I will not liken him. I will not liken him to Sir Alex Ferguson because the football in that era and the football now, they are all different. It's different right now. Manchester United might not be as rich as they were as at 1985 or so. Manchester United, I don't think would have been the richest club or the most influential club 1985. But right now, in this era, Manchester United is one of the biggest, if not the biggest club in the world, right? But then it does not take rocket science to know that you have to build a team. Look at Liverpool. Liverpool built a team for 6 years or 7 years. Liverpool built the team. Jurgen Klopp built that team. And it took an slot, one summer window to destroy all what Jurgen Klopp built. One summer window. He destroyed everything. Liverpool looks like a team that is going through transition again. After all of the money they spent in bringing personnel to the club, Liverpool is looking like a team that has to go through another rebuild. If I was the board, I would sack him. I would sack Arne Slot. I'll be looking out for a manager who will steady the ship because right now, Liverpool does not have bad players. They do not have below average players. All of the players at Liverpool are above average. All of Liverpool players are above average. Plus the players they bought this season and the players they had. All of those players are above average. But what is the problem at Liverpool? I can say clearly that the problem at Liverpool right now will be the defensive area. Virgil van Dijk, Konate. Those guys they look washed to me. They look washed. And Virgil van Dijk is not giving anything close to being one of the best. No. And this is someone Liverpool fans were considering to be the best ever defender in the Premier League. No way. Virgil van Dijk does not even come close to the first 10 defenders in the Premier League ever. No, he does not even come close. He's not even close to being one of the best 10 in the Premier League era. No way. Can name defenders who are above Virgil van Dijk in quality, in technicality, defending, physicality, strength, and all of that. You cannot name Virgil van Dijk. So guys, the thing is this, we have to give Ruben Amorim our 100 support, 100% support. Thank you guys for joining. I'm glad for everyone who joined this live. Please click on the subscribe button. It is very, very important. Click on the subscribe button, click on the notification button, and also give this live a thumbs up. We are here to discuss Manchester United start to finish. Somebody asked, what can Manchester United do to get back to winning ways? Listen, Manchester United, all Manchester United have to do is to invest, right? But then investment has to be strategic. We cannot just be buying anything we see. We cannot just be buying any player that is available. We cannot just be bringing anything to the club. The players that we are buying must have been proven players who have proven themselves in a different environment, so that we can bring them to Manchester United and then adapt them. Yes, that is what we are supposed to be doing. We have to bring them to Manchester United and then we have to adapt them. It is very, very important that we bring players who have proven themselves either in the French league or in the English Premier League. Yes, we have to bring players either from the French league, the Portuguese. Listen, I'll tell you players that can easily survive in England. Players from the Portuguese league can survive in England. Players from the Spanish league can survive in England. Players from the French league can survive in England. I don't know about Germany. I don't know about the German. So we have to actually invest strategically. Worst manager post Ferguson era. How many games has he played and what's his winning percentage? Don't compare him to Arteta. I'm going to compare him to Arteta all day long. All day long. I'm going to compare him to Arteta all day long. He might be the worst manager now. Ruben Amorim will become the best manager post Alex Ferguson in the next 2 years. Go and write it down. I said this to you. Write it down. He might be the worst man. Listen, let me tell you something. Yeah, why did we sack Eric Ten Hag? Why did the board sack Eric Ten Hag? What do you think Eric Ten Hag was doing? Eric Ten Hag was winning games. After all, he won the Carabao Cup and the FA Cup. Why was he sacked? Because he didn't have any form of continuity. He didn't build the team. He was not building the team. Eric Ten Hag was about winning. Eric Ten Hag was about getting wins. And all of the wins he got, where did he end Manchester United? But this manager is about the continuity. He's not about let us win. It is not about let me do everything to get a win. But look at Arsenal. Arsenal is winning consistently and convincingly. And this is something that will happen at Manchester United. You are a very backbencher. You are actually a backbencher because you truly don't understand football. Everton with 10 men has beaten Sir Alex Ferguson. I would bring it out for you. Do the research. David Moyes with Everton has beat Alex Ferguson a couple of times. Yes. So it is not about how Everton will beat Manchester United. Not be today Everton don't beat Manchester United. So come on that one for paper. Remove them. That is not a talk. That is not a talk. Any team can lose to any team. That one no be talk. You understand? You say how can? Wait till be that one. Wait till be how can Everton beat Manchester United? Everton where they beat if under Sir Alex Ferguson, Everton they did more years they beat Sir Alex Ferguson. You say how can? You don't worry yourself. Don't worry yourself. A lot was said about Mikel Arteta. A lot was said about him. I was on an Arsenal podcast the other day, where the beginning of the season, where the Arsenal fans were talking about sacking Mikel Arteta. He's done enough. Let us sack him. But now they are all singing different praises. They are all saying different things. So I don't listen. Let me tell you something. I understand people like you. It is all about winning for you. But yeah, there are some of us who knows that there are trajectory to these things. Alex Ferguson lost to Everton, right? The greatest manager in the Premier League lost to Everton. The greatest manager in the Premier League lost so many games to small clubs. So don't worry yourself. Manchester United had the best players in the league when they lost to Atletico Bilbao. Yeah, under Alex Ferguson in the Europa Cup. They lost to Atletico Bilbao. It was shocking. Nobody believed it, but it happened. That is a mediocre talk. If Pep was a Manchester United, he will make us the best team. That is a blatant lie. Pep cannot do anything with this team. Pep cannot do anything with this team. I'm telling you, because Pep is not the only manager in the world. This team let Ole Gunnar Solskjaer down. This team let Erik ten Hag down. So this team will let Pep down. It will let what is it called? It will let Jurgen Klopp down. Hansi Flick, bring any manager to Manchester United right now. That manager will flop. Yeah, Pickford did well. Pickford did well. Yes, we also, you have to give credit to Everton on the day because Pickford did well. Pickford was actually on top of his game at that game. He did very well, and I thought that some of the saves were fantastic. Yeah. Any manager you bring at Manchester United now, sack Ruben Amorim now, bring any manager. Any manager you bring at Manchester United now will be sacked. He will be sacked. Now, let me tell you something very clearly. What did Marcus Rashford say? What did he say when he went to Barcelona? He said it, that you bring a manager and we are in the midst of a rebuild, you sack the manager and you bring another one. And all of those things affect the players. What has Amorim shown you to back him? At least Arteta won trophy first year. What did Arteta win? Do you think that Manchester United is all about FA Cup and Carabao Cup? Do you think that Manchester United is about FA? If it was about the FA Cup, then Arteta should not be building the team anymore. Arteta should just be comfortable winning the FA Cup. Do you think that Manchester United is about the FA Cup? This is what Erik ten Hag was clamoring about. Yes, I want 2 cups. What cup did you win? FA Cup? When a team like Manchester United should be competing in the league. A team like Manchester United is supposed to be in the Champions League. And you're telling me about FA Cup. You're telling me about FA Cup. You're telling me that at least Manchester United won an FA Cup. FA Cup for what? Who regards you with FA Cup? Why Arsenal has the highest FA Cup? Why are we not regarding them? Why are we not regarding Arsenal? Why are we not seeing Arsenal as one of the biggest teams in the world? Because they have a lot of FA Cups. Why are we not seeing them? Why are we not seeing Arsenal as one of the biggest teams? They have FA Cups more than Manchester United. But still, it is Liverpool. It is Chelsea. It is Man City, because they are winning the league. And you're coming here to yap to me about FA Cup. You're coming here to yap to me about a Carabao Cup. Eric Ten Hag played for a cup competition just to win a cup. This is not what Manchester United is about. Manchester United is to be competing in the Premier League, and this is what Manchester United manager is trying to do. They are going to build a team that will compete in the Premier League year in, year out. Not a team that would struggle to find their way to play FA Cup final. Not a team that would rigmarole and look for a way to play the FA Cup final. Not a team. Yes, I know that Amorim is going to win the Premier League, and you will be shocked. You don't have to change Manchester United. I'm telling you clearly, you don't have to change Manchester United, because one thing is clear. When the club was winning, I don't know when you started supporting Manchester United. I don't know when you started supporting Manchester United, but one thing is clear. The club was winning at a point in time when everybody was happy. We were happy. The days when the club was buying the likes of Rio Ferdinand, the likes of Vidic, the likes of Chicharito, the likes of Tevez, the likes of Cristiano Ronaldo, where we had players like Paul Scholes, Gary Neville, Roy Keane, we have Edwin van der Sar. When we had these players, we were having fun, we were enjoying, we were beating teams blue-black. We were beating teams blue-black. Right now, this team has to go through that rebuild. I'll tell you clearly, I remember the second year or the third year of Sir Alex Ferguson at Manchester United. The tabloids were everywhere saying, sack the manager. Sack the manager. The tabloids were everywhere saying, sack the manager. Yes, everywhere. There was a tabloid that came out, I think around 1987 and 1988. The tabloid said clearly that Alex Ferguson has dragged Manchester United 10 years backward. He's not the manager for Manchester United. But at the end of the day, Alex Ferguson became the greatest Manchester United manager of all time. The board stuck by him. The board believed in what he was doing. The board believed the project. It is very clear. I will ask you this question. How many players did you think Eric Ten Hag brought to Manchester United that has given Manchester United anything good? Maybe Matthias de Ligt. Every day we see Lisandro Martinez injured. We are not seeing anything with Joshua Zexi. How many players did we get from Ajax? Listen, let me tell you something here. Manchester United is not a team that you will be looking at and be telling me we have to play the FA Cup, we have to play in the Europa Cup. If you know how Manchester United was built under Alex Ferguson, we have no business with the Europa Cup. We have no business with playing in the Carabao Cup. Alex Ferguson was winning the league, concentrating more on the league, because the league was the most prestigious cup in England. Who was talking about, how can you, a Manchester United fan in the 90s, in the 2000s, talking about Europa League? How? What is it about the Europa League? Manchester United was built to be the biggest club in the world. The biggest brand of football in the world. Simple, yes. Sir Jim Ratcliffe is a football person. He loves football. He's bringing in personnel that will actually help Manchester United scout better players. I don't want to talk about Onana. You know, Onana was not the only bad player at Manchester United at the time. Yeah, So, but I don't want to talk about him. He's a player. He's playing for Trabzonspor right now, right? And I wish him all the best. Yeah. And I think that Manchester United also need to sign another goalkeeper, right? I think that Sani Lamens is quite young, and we need a proper backup goalkeeper, or maybe Sani Lamens will be the backup goalkeeper, but we need another goalkeeper, because when we look at Altay India, he actually put in very, very good performances for Turkey the last time, but when we look at him now and what how the football would have been different if we had a better goalkeeper earlier in this season. The football would have been different. Like earlier in this season, if we had a better goalkeeper, I thought that the football would have been different. That was what I thought. But then, you know, when I'm saying the truth, sack the damn manager. Or you are not the board, yeah? You cannot sack the manager. I'm sorry. People forget the girl. People forget Man the girl had a lot of big mistakes in crucial. Wow. Yes. You know, De Gea, I thought for De Gea it was time to go. I thought for De Gea it was time to go because, you know, he stayed at the club for a very long period of time, and the mistakes came and he was being disrespected. So I felt like it was the right time to go, actually, because a lot of people at the club would not remember De Gea for what he did well for De Gea. Right, what he did well for Manchester United. A lot of people will not remember what he did well. A lot of Manchester United fans right now are younger people who do not have a lot of information about the club, so they are not going to know what De Gea did for the club. They just know that he made mistakes and he has to go. So, but at the time, I felt like it was the right time to go. Just like I felt it was the right time for Rashford also to leave the club, because to me, I thought that he's done. The match actually has expired. You know, whatever it is that brought Manchester United and Rashford together has expired, and Rashford needed to go. That was what I thought, you know, at the time, because I also loved Rashford at the club. I loved to see De Gea stay at the club, but then, you know, the football is transitioning. Football is getting into being a different kind of game right now, and players and keepers. The keepers are actually being shown a different way of distributing the ball, you know, a different way of being part of the team. And, you know, when we see all of that, I just know that it was time for De Gea to go. It was time, because the football became different. Everybody wanted a different kind of goalkeeper, and, you know, Manchester United defense was in shambles, and I thought that also exposed Onana so much. And but then again, I thought that the pressure on Onana was so much because he made really, really costly silly mistakes. So I thought all that actually boiled down to pressure on him. But then, you know, at the end of the day, we are not going to take away the fact that Onana looked good for Inter Milan when he played there. So I thought that at Manchester United, the pressure was just too much for him and he couldn't handle it. He says McTominay was right time to leave. Also, he wasn't succeeded in Manchester United. Anyway, I thought that for me, I think that for Scott McTominay, if Ruben Amorim met Scott McTominay at the club, I doubt if he would have left. I doubt if Ruben Amorim would have allowed him go, because when we see what Scott McTominay gives to the Napoli team, the Antonio Conte, I liken him to playing the Mason Mount role for Manchester United also. I liken him to actually also play beside Casemiro, being the box-to-box midfielder. I think that Scott McTominay would have been very instrumental to Ruben Amorim in that midfield section. Yeah, I thought, for me, I believe so. And it would have helped Bruno Fernandes go up the field and become more useful for Manchester United. It says, if Donnarumma joined, we would be at least 4th place. Yeah, I thought that if Donnarumma joined from the beginning of the season, probably Altay India wouldn't have been in goal, and Manchester United would not be in the situation we are now, because Donnarumma would guaranteed Donnarumma was going to help Manchester United a lot. Yes. If we go back to the Manchester United Man City game, and if we go look at those goals properly, you will know that Altay India gave away himself a lot of times. You know, before the guy, what's his name, Haaland even got to the goal. We saw that Altay India already gave up. You know, Altay India was laying on the floor. Altay India was sleeping when Haaland came. He was already sleeping. So Arsenal, yeah, Stott Buchanan. Arsenal is right now. Arsenal the best team in the Premier League right now. Nobody is going to deny that. Thank you guys for joining. If you're seeing my face for the first time, kindly click on the thumbs up button here. Give this live a thumbs up. Also click on the notification button. Subscribe to this channel. We give you total football. Manchester United, we give you total football. You can click on the subscribe button. Click give the live a thumbs up. Do well to give this live a thumbs up. You can send in your super chats, super stickers, anything to support. You can join the membership of this channel, because it is all about Manchester United. Here very soon we'll be bringing up people to host this live channel with us. So thank you so much for joining. Yeah, if you have any question, you can send in your questions. We have about 10 minutes left on the clock to go. 20 minutes. We have about 20 minutes left on the clock to go. So guys, send in your questions so that we can tackle it. He said, right time to leave. Okay, Arsenal. Yeah, Arsenal is the best club. Up Chelsea. I think Chelsea is growing in the league right now. And I'm looking at Chelsea like a team that might just at the end of the day rival Arsenal for that league title. I'm seeing Chelsea getting close to Arsenal. We have Chelsea-Arsenal fixture this weekend, right? And I am just seeing Chelsea edging Arsenal. I don't want that to happen, but then, you know, as a football fan, I'm just looking at what might be the possibilities for Arsenal to beat Chelsea. I'm looking at Chelsea. Chelsea looks really strong. They are coming off the back of beating Barcelona, while Arsenal coming off the back of beating Bayern Munich, two of the best teams in the world. Now they are meeting each other. You know what Chelsea stands for. Chelsea is the giant slayers. They beat what's it called? They beat PSG. They beat PSG. You know, yes, they are the giant slayers. So they might just go ahead and beat Arsenal. So we have to be wary on that one. Yeah. Why you sell Garnacho? Garnacho was becoming a thorn in the flesh of Manchester United. Not just the fans, but the players alike, the board and everything. Garnacho is too young to be a problem. He's not up to 21, he's not up to 23, but he's too young to be a problem at the club. He's not a lone player. He's actually a good player, but he alone cannot inspire Manchester United to win the league. So for that reason, I thought that it was very important to allow Alejandro Garnacho go, because he was becoming a very huge negative influence at the club, granting interviews that goes against the manager without letting putting on the Aston Villa shirt in the middle of the season, and all of that had nothing to do with you being a professional footballer. So it was best he moves to Chelsea. And at Chelsea, I see him as a bench player. You know, he's just a squad player that comes in sometimes, and he will be a big part of CFC right now. I don't know, but I've not seen him in that direction. I've not seen Alejandro Garnacho in that direction. I've not seen Alejandro Garnacho affect Chelsea game. You know, I've not seen it. So I just think that it is what it is. Also, Manchester United has famously missed out on several star players throughout in history, including icons like Ronaldinho, Zinedine Zidane, and Ronaldo, the Brazilian striker. More recent example. And let me tell you something here. In as much as Manchester United missed on signing these great players, Manchester United ended up being a great club. You know, making other players become iconic players, right? Zidane did not want to come to Manchester United. Yes, Ronaldinho was almost coming to Manchester United until the deal did not go through. But the thing is this, Alex Ferguson would always look for a way to turn it around, and he did very well. Yeah, he did very well with Alex Ferguson did very well with all of the signings he made. So we were not going to get all of the best players. An example is this: Cristiano Ronaldo at Manchester United, yeah, was almost going to Arsenal before Manchester United got him. So that can make you understand that not all the big players or not all the successful players will play for Manchester United, and not all of them will play for Real Madrid, and not all of them will play for Arsenal. So we actually, Manchester United was actually a force to reckon with. I remember Sir Alex Ferguson ringing Del Piero. You know, at that time Juventus was going on relegation. He rang Del Piero. Okay, Del Piero, right now the team is going on relegation. You need to come join Manchester United. Then Del Piero rejected that. He declined. He went to the relegation with Juventus, and they came back on top, the old ladies of Italian football. So you see, some players have that character, you know, to remain faithful to their club, while other players will move on due to their ambition for themselves. So, but at the end of the day, what we are going to say clearly is this. At the end of the day, Alex Ferguson made Manchester United a formidable club. He made Manchester United a really, really good club. So guys, I need you to ask me all of the questions you think you have. You know, let us answer questions here, because Ronaldinho wants to go first to Real Madrid. Yes, every Brazilian wants to play for Real Madrid. Real Madrid is a big deal in South America. You know, every Brazilian wants to play for Real Madrid, and it's actually very interesting how Real Madrid is the biggest club in the world. Yes, just before Manchester United. Yeah, Binoy Osranje. I am from India. Hello, India. New Delhi, Mumbai. How are you? Where are you in India? Are you in New Delhi or you are in Mumbai? Where are you? Are you a Manchester United fan? If you're a Manchester United fan, say GGMU. Glory, glory, Manchester United. We are coming back. It is going to be a very, very important game this weekend against Crystal Palace. We might just come back, guys. We might just come back, right? I know playing Crystal Palace is not going to be easy, but then Crystal Palace are not in the best shape or in the best form, and Manchester United would have to go into that game knowing that we've lost to Everton and we have to make a statement. It is very, very important. We need to make a statement against Crystal Palace. We cannot sit back. I thought that we lost the game. Crystal Palace are one of the strongest teams, dude, but they are not having a good time. They are not having a good time. You know, in their I saw them lose 2 in their last 5. You know, so I don't think they are not having a good time. You know, I thought their last game I saw them win. Yeah, but then I think that Manchester United can handle them. Kochi Kerala United fans is 2020. Beautiful. We failed against Everton. I'm not very optimistic about Palace. You understand that before we beat Sunderland, we played very badly. Before we beat Sunderland, we played very badly. I am also not very confident, but I have to tell you that on a good day, we can beat Crystal Palace. They are not untouchable. They are not untouchable. So on a good day, we can beat Crystal Palace. We are taking cognizance of the fact that probably maybe Cunha might not be available also. Maybe Benjamin Sesko might not be available also. And we are still going to be looking demoralized in the front. Probably something has to change. Maybe Mbeumo would have to play as a 9. If that becomes the case, maybe Mbeumo might just play as a 9. It's going to be very, very important what we do. I'm a Man United fan since 1987. Bravo! This is it. Bravo! Bravo! That is lovely, actually. Since 1987. That is about 38 years, 37 years now. Wow! Wow! So you know what I'm talking about, Alex Ferguson. You know what I'm talking about, building a team from the scratch. You understand what I mean when I talk about being patient with the manager. You should understand that. Being patient with the manager, taking it one step at a time, going one slide at a time is very, very important. Thank you so much. You've supported Manchester United for a very long time, and I love that. Jeddo of life, MU attacking is not scary at all. Yes, our attack actually, Dennis Law or Owen. Dennis Law for what he did and what he did for Manchester United. Dennis Law. Owen, I thought Owen came to Manchester United when in the twilight era of his career. That is what I thought. Owen came to Manchester United when the career was going down. So do you think yes, I believe Amorim. I believe in Amorim. I'm telling you, I believe in Amorim. I understand what Amorim is trying to achieve with Manchester United. I understand it. It is not about, Amorim is not coming to Manchester United to win a couple of games and get the shout. This is what I want you to understand. He is not coming to it is not about winning 5 games. Let me win 5 games and I lose 3 and I win 10. Then at the end of the day, I win the FA Cup. And then it is good. Do you understand that? We go on a run, I win 6 games on a roll, then I win a couple of games in the FA Cup, and then at the end of the day, I win a Carabao Cup, and Manchester United end like maybe 10th. We finish 10, we win a Carabao Cup, and Manchester United fans are happy. We won a cup, and the years goes by, and we realize that we are not EPL contenders. We are not title contenders. We are not building a team. We are not building a team. But he cannot win 5 games in a row. Don't worry yourself. All of the things that you want to happen will happen. We're playing good, bro, but we need capable players. Dogu is useless on the left side. Dogu is absolutely useless. I think that Dogu is not supposed to be playing for Manchester United in the first place. I don't know how he was brought to the club, but I think that Dogu is not supposed to be playing. I believe in Amorim. Hope he gets the time to work. Yes, what we actually know is that Amorim needs time to work. It's very, very important. It's very, very important. We all know this. You need someone like Klopp with red passion to manage you well and give your heart back. Listen, Klopp did not manage Real Madrid for Real Madrid to be where it is. Klopp did not manage Arsenal for Arsenal to be where it is. Klopp did not manage Man City for Man City to be where it is, right? So every manager will do well in a club under the right condition. So this is what we are trying to provide Ruben Amorim, the right condition. Provide him the players that he needs. Provide him the environment that he needs. And I'm sure that Ruben Amorim would be able to do it. Yes, he will take Manchester United back to where it ought to be. Listen, Arsenal fans did not believe that Arsenal will be like this today. They did not believe under Mikel Arteta. But look at what Mikel Arteta has done with the team. He's not won anything. A lot of people think that Mikel Arteta will win the league this season. And if he wins the league this season, you don't have anything against him because he's worked so hard for it. He's actually worked really, really hard for it. So if he wins the league this season, you cannot fault him because he's done really well. He's you like a fan must accept that Chelsea is better than United. I'm not arguing with you. I'm not arguing. When it's not work, it's not work. Well, you cannot say when it's not work when we are seeing improvement. He's not the right person for the club. All right, who do you think is the right person for the club? I want to get your opinions now. Our left side contributes nothing. We need Semenyo instead of Dogu. All right, who do you think is the right manager for Manchester United at this time? Who do you think? I want you to name the coaches. Name any coach you think around Europe that will give Manchester United what we are expecting of Ruben Amorim to do. Who do you think will be the right one? I think the right one now is Daniel Farke. Seno like y'all. Where are you from? Where are you streaming from? I want to know before I actually reply your answer. I want to know where you are streaming from. You said the right one will be Daniel Fake. Where are you streaming from? Germany. Where is Daniel Fake from? Oh yeah, United was better during the 03-08 seasons. Yeah, they were very, very good. That was about the prime for Manchester United, and they won a lot of a lot of titles in that period. The 08 season was when they beat Chelsea in the Champions League final to get the win. Yeah, so they won. They actually did so well in that era and in that period. We had Cristiano Ronaldo balling. We had Rooney, we had Tevez, we had Wesley Brown, we had Vidic Ferdinand, we had Giggsy. Giggsy was getting older. We had Scholes. You know, we had players, a lot of very good players, talented, strong, ready to go, raring, fighting. We had Evra. You know, all of the players were actually very talented, very strong. Yeah, we had Nani in the team. We had loads of strong-willed players. You see, these players that we had, we cannot see the quality with this team right now. That's the problem. We don't have that quality right now with this team. We don't. I don't know, but he proved that he can achieve something from nothing. And listen, a manager is able to take Swansea. Hold on, I have to look up Daniel Fake. I have to look up Daniel Fake. You know, a lot of managers have that ability, you know, to bring teams from nothing and then. But the question is, how can they handle pressure? You see, most of the times it is not about your ability to, you know, it is not about what you know how to do. Sometimes it is your ability. It is your ability. What do you have the ability to withstand the pressure that comes with coaching Manchester United? Can you withstand? Do you have the ability? I don't think this guy. Listen. I don't think Daniel Fake. I don't think. See, I just want to say something here. There are coaches who are merchants. They will get a little team and bring them up. But the moment you give them a big team, they are going to falter. We saw what David Moyes was doing with Everton back in them days. He was a problem to Alex Ferguson, actually. David Moyes was a problem to Alex Ferguson. But all of a sudden, he was given the Alex Ferguson job, and he was nowhere near good enough. You get? So this is something we just have to, you know, this is something we have to be very, very wary about. You know, we can just see, oh, this coach is doing well. This coach, because I know Daniel Fake. I know that he's a German. Okay, now that's why I said, where is he from? Because Daniel Fake is German. He's a German professional footballer, manager, right? And he manages in the Premier. He managed Leeds United, and I know this guy has managed Norwich at the time. Yeah, this Daniel Fake, I think he's managed. Leeds are not the first. Leeds is not the first club he's managing in the Premier League. You know, yes, I say it. He's managed Norwich. I remember him. He's managed Norwich in the previously, so I know what I'm talking about. And I don't think Amorim never proved himself in the Prem before. Yeah, did Mourinho prove himself in the Prem before he came to the Prem? Mourinho did not prove himself in the Prem. What is his name? Jurgen Klopp did not prove himself in the Prem. Pep Guardiola did not prove himself in the Prem. So they have to come in and do the job. So there is no way you can actually, how do you just want to fault Amorim? You just look for something to say about Amorim, because at the end of the day, You just need to equip this manager. The players we have at the club are mediocres. You cannot achieve anything with these players. Amorim never proved it. My personal view is that Man U must get rid of Fergie and accept Amorim, otherwise we will struggle for life. Fergie was good, now time to move on. Okay, what is your best United lineup? You can't put Pep and Mourinho in one bucket with Amorim. What did he just say? You cannot put Pep and Mourinho and Amorim in one. Listen, I'll tell you something, yeah? Amorim has won the Portuguese league, right? Amorim will win the Premier League. I said it. And you cannot put Pep and Amorim in the same sentence, because what Pep has achieved in football, Amorim has not done anything close to it. Amorim is just a young coach, a new guy that is coming up, right? Amorim is coming up, and Mourinho has done fantastic in football. He's been everywhere, and he's won from every angle. Mourinho has won in the Italian league, actually won the Champions League with Inter Milan. Mourinho won the Champions League with Porto, right? He won the Portuguese league. Mourinho won the Spanish league with Real Madrid, right? So when you look at what Mourinho has done, he's done excellently well in the world of football. And Pep Guardiola has won the Champions League, the Spanish La Liga. He's won the German League, Bundesliga, and he's won the Champions League with Man City and the English League, right? These guys have done exceptionally well. They came in before Amorim. They did it before Amorim. Amorim is a new manager in the level of Xabi Alonso, you know, the Hustlers and all of those. He's a young manager. Amorim is just 40 years old, right? He's a young man. He's learning on the job, but I know that his determination, his focus, his drive will lead him to success. I know that for sure. Yes, I see what he wants to do. How long have you been a Man United fan? I can tell you that I've been a Man United fan since the 90s. Yes, I've been a Man United fan, I think, since 1993 or so, yeah, since the 90s. I know. Have you thought of becoming a mock miser? I don't know what that means. Let me Google it up. You know, are you mocking me now? What does that mean? I don't know what that means. Have you thought of becoming a mockler? Say a mockler miser. What does that mean, though? I don't think you spelled it. I don't think you. How long have you been in Manchester? I've been in Manchester United for a very long time. Yeah, but how long is do your true fan, being a fan for 32 years? That is a win fan. Wow, you've been a fan for a long time, and that's actually impressive. Very impressive, guys. Very, very impressive. So guys, I think we should call it a day now. It's been actually beautiful and fun hanging out with you guys. Tomorrow we will be here to analyze the game between Crystal Palace, Manchester United, right? Binoy, all right. Say my comment, bro. You missed. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Foot edits. You know. Do you Chicago? I missed your comment, bro. Okay, but next time we are going to do it better. Thank you, guys. We've been here for a very long time, 1 hour 33 minutes. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining the live. I appreciate every one of you. Thank you for your thank you for your questions. Thank you for your comments. Man, you don't have a real football identity like Ajax. It's time to do it now. All right, guys. I want to say thank you to all of you. I appreciate you. I appreciate your support. If you're seeing me for the first time, kindly click on the subscribe button. You can give this live a thumbs up. You know, we will be here again. Thank you so much. I'll be here again tomorrow. We will be analyzing together. I want us to do it together, you and I. Let us do it together. Let us analyze the Crystal Palace game together, and let us see what Manchester United might have for us at the end of the day. I'll see you again tomorrow. I appreciate your presence. I appreciate your support. Thank you so very much, and bless.